Hi everyone. So for the discussion that we were supposed to answer questions on, so the first one, of course, using data from valid scientific sources such as the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Arkansas Department of Health, etc. Um, did research on the American Lung Association website, and they're actually working on and doing this study, 20 years of tobacco control in Arkansas. New report shows opportunity need to continue tobacco cessation services. So basically, it was just stating that in Arkansas, the last 20 years, lawmakers have made efforts and strides to like reduce the tobacco use, but there is more work to be done because even just in the past 20 years, the percentage for and the rate for smoking is 20.5% still. And actually, surprisingly, and I guess you could say sadly as well, that the high school tobacco use rate is 26.3%. So, of course, there is a lot of progress to be made, and the American Lung Association also made the statement that it's still one of the leading causes of preventable death and disease, and on average, it's taking 5,000 and about 790 lives every year. So, also, the next question, basically, what have you learned, like based on what you learned in class, coming on the results you found in the first question. So that would be basically like that the research the American Lung Association has been doing is kind of set up in the style of a cohort study, I would say, because it's kind of following people and the data, based on smoking and its outcomes for a number of years. And of course, health improvements are being made, but there's still so much progress to be done. Um, I also believe for the third question, that cigarette smoking and tobacco use still remains a leading cause for morbidity, mortality, and disability for a few different reasons. So I would say one that really stood out to me would be peer pressure and the influence like from others like your family and friends that are around you. And then on top of that, it can be hard to stop and everything and uneasy, or even, avoiding it just because of the influences around you and the pressure. Um, Also, I would say as well that people deal use that smoking or tobacco products as a way to cope with a lot of stress, mental illness, anxiety, those type of things as well. And like as a coping mechanism. So, a lot of times, you see a lot of people that almost like are addicted to smoking and tobacco products, or just show it to be extremely addicting as well. And I believe that cigarette smoking can be described as a sufficient cause because, yes, it can be linked to, and it is a causative factor of lung cancer has been shown by research, but it may not necessarily be the direct reason for someone developing a certain illness or lung cancer, particularly, because it can also be other factors that play a role in the causative, outcome, basically. And I've thought about other disease exposure relationships and similar to cigarette smoking and lung cancer. And I feel like one would be hypertension. And it being linked to unhealthy like salty diet, physical inactivity, alcohol consumption, and more. And unfortunately, genetic diseases are a public health problem I see that will be a problem for 50 years and even beyond that because at times it can be unplanned and unstoppable, no matter the health changes and or sacrifices that may be made.